Hello everyone, and welcome to A Moment of Zen, an interlude in our busy lives where we can come to a place of stillness and through gentle movement and breath find a place of greater ease or greater power within ourselves. Let's just take a moment to find our posture. Your feet are flat on the floor, and take a look down. Your toes are facing forward, knees are soft. Do all four corners of your feet come in contact with the floor. Your shoulders come up and back and down. The chin is lifted. Your posture is dignified but not rigid. And from here, let's just take a nice deep breath. The arms come out and up. Inhale. And as you exhale, let the arms come down again to the side. Inhale up, nice deep breath. Exhale, coming down. And once more, inhale up and exhale down. Today's moment of Zen is going to help us find our balance. Sometimes life can get out of balance, and by doing one of these balance poses, you will help yourself come to a place of balance. Today's pose is tree pose. And if you've had a yoga practice, you may be very familiar with it. Today you would want a chair or a wall to give yourself extra support, because as we're learning to balance, this will really give us the extra support that we need. So, one leg will be your support leg, and as we stand next to our chair holding on, for a moment, just think about this leg becoming strong and straight. As a matter of fact, bend the opposite knee so that you really are feeling all of the strength shift to this standing leg. Can you lift your toe off the floor? As you're doing that, do you notice that you may have locked the knee here? I do that a lot. You need to, please, keep that knee just a little bit softer. Can you bring your toe up and down? Now, tree pose, we have a few variations. We're going to take, in our first pose, take the heel and put it on the instep of the strong straight leg, so that you see what happened. My leg turned out. I was like this. I take my heel and put it on the instep. My toes remain on the floor, and so my knee and my hip have turned out, just to wherever feels comfortable. Bring one arm into cactus, and this is tree pose. Now you can play with your balance here by lifting your hand away from the chair if that feels comfortable. If you want a little bit of progression in your tree, then take your foot, and the entire bottom side of the foot comes to rest on the inner calf. So all I've done is come from my instep, I've come a little higher, and my foot is flat against the calf, and my arm is still in cactus. What you would really want to be mindful of is not to go directly on the knee, especially if you have problems with the knee. That extra pressure of pushing on the knee might not be good for your body today. So better to keep it just a little bit lower. Now from here, can you play with this a little? Can you lift your hand from the chair or away from the wall? It helps to focus on something which is called a dristi. It's a spot that you can stare at, something that's not moving. So if you look at when you're not looking at me, when you practice this yourself, look at a spot maybe about 8 feet in front of you, a wall, a spot on the floor. And if it's not moving, it can help anchor you. So if you feel comfortable, both hands can come. If your tree wobbles, that's just fine, because trees do bend in the wind. and that's so that they don't break. And if you feel yourself start to go, remember that's an important part of balance, is that we catch ourselves and you can bring your hands down, your feet down. Shake that out. That's a lot of work for that strong standing leg. If you have your chair, bring it to the other side. Let's do tree from the other side to see how that feels. As we're standing just right now, be mindful in this moment. What do your legs feel like compared to one another? You might feel a lot of stress and strength in this leg that was supporting you. So let's balance it out and do it on the other side. Holding on for support. This leg now becomes the strong leg. So little by little, bending the knee so that you can feel the strength of this leg. Hand is on the chair. Arm is in cactus. Taking the heel of this leg and bringing it to the instep of the strong straight leg, and play with it from here. Remember that your standing leg should not be locked at the knee, so if you can, just soften there a little bit. You can also bring the foot flat against the calf for a little progression of your balance. And again, play with that. And if you want to, for a moment, try to hold that. Remember that if you can look at something that is not moving in front of you, that will help your balance. It also helps if you pull your belly button in. Think about that for a moment. Just pull the belly button in, because that's the center of your core, the center of your balance. And maybe your tree moves in the breeze, and that's okay. Maybe your foot comes down 1,000,000 times. That's okay. You know, an important thing in yoga is we cannot judge ourselves by what we see someone else doing, because we don't know their journey, and our journey is our own. So whatever your tree looks like today is absolutely perfect. I read a quote once that said, "A tree asks no permission and requires no applause." So maybe that can be us today. We don't need permission, and we're not looking for applause. So bring your hand to the chair, bring your foot down, give it a shake. Now notice just standing in your mountain pose. Take a breath. Do your legs feel strong? Do you feel in balance? I hope so. As we end our practice today, as we always do, we say Namaste. The light that lives in me honors and recognizes the light that lives in each of you. I hope you have a wonderfully balanced day. I'll see you next time. Thank you.